identity is accentuated. You're going to have the Cho'Gath knockup alongside the Feast to not only deal with Yorick, but any other potential contenders. And for BLG, this is no barrier here for Jackie Love. Chovy says, I can't help anymore, guys. You're just going to have to either take a recall or suck it up, because I have an entire bot side quadrant that I still have to contest for. Seeing the picture-in-picture how those flashes were lost. It is On who's able to move, and Hong, I don't think you're going to be able to do too much here. So let's just get Chovy is clear. Let's get towards that top side of the map.
Trying to go for the hero steal onto that scuttle, and now Shadow wants to look for that engage. He's got Elk in position. Hong, a head-scratching first blood. The first for the bot lane angle. Instead, Shadow's going to be spotted in that tri-brush. Chovy just trying to poke and make sure the dragon is there as Knight does dash forward, goes for the Emperor's Divide onto Cream, but Chovy is here to cover for his mid laner. Again, as it's been all series long, Knight cannot buy a 1v1 against Cream early, and it may not have been first blood.
Part of the wave. Really, really clean stuff. You see that BLG, they can't even move forward here.
He's separated from On, but no,
he got body blocked!
Holy moly, minion block! Jagulav has to flash. Looks like the minions even want BLG to go to game 5 here, and Shadow's trying to propel them further. The shield comes down just in time for the Ren to come through for Elk through here. Is Chovy feeling comfortable to just solo out this dragon? Grubs are about a mere 10 seconds away. We're seeing the swaps finally start to come through here for BLG. On going to use that spellbook to TP up towards the top side. They've got 369 in the 2v1, and what is that mostly doing here?
When else in all of LPL regular season have we seen Knight getting repeatedly throughout series focused in lane and getting targeted, as well as also falling? Usually Knight is pretty decent about being able to survive the ganks for the most part. Jackie Love getting traded upon.
Gonna get the handshake to pull him away from the turret. No, they can't get him out of the aggro, and Hog's in a snap engage. Elk takes a turret shot. Glacial Fissure gonna knock him up, and Elk and On overextend themselves, and just like that, their 2v2 lead explodes.
I know. Coach Homie is incredibly stressed with how this is looking. Ben's dead.
Ben. Yep, sayonara. There's the Rupture knockup, and Canavi's second Saplings in the vision that do have control of this Drake pin. They're going to be looking to start, but here comes the reversal from Cream. Elk is sectioned off for the rest of the team, and the flick back lands on to On, and he uses the bailout just to buy time. 369 flashes himself back out of safety. Canavi uses the ult to go right on top of Elk. Remember, he was pushed out of the fight, and now he's pushed back towards his fountain as Cream continues to land CC after CC, and BLG are falling one at a time. It's only Knight with the Emperor's Divide to find some form of salvation, but even that salvation doesn't mean any kills. Those all go to top esports.
I love this pull and tug that we're getting from these two teams here. Not only have we talked about the interaction between our two
Shadow at him, you throw Beitwan, it doesn't matter. The way this guy's playing, no one can stop him except maybe the defending champion jungler. It feels like he has a date with Destiny in as the culling drops through. Elk and On very low. It's got to be the redemption that sets up for the Rift Herald take. So Shadow gets the smite down, but getting the Rift Herald itself is a whole other challenge. Shadow, you cannot throw this game away for the Herald. It's the hostile takeover. Sideways hit from On into the Emperor's Divide. Finally, Knight makes an impression on this series. Jackie Love and Cream around the fight. 369 looking for a feast, but he doesn't have enough damage. It's Chovy to rescue one back. Finds the kill on the Shadow. Goes unstoppable. How much work can Chovy do? No, he can't even find a trade kill. It's Knight again. Finally, the golden left hand brushes off the rust and saves BLG from the brink of destruction.
Let's get a recall in, boys, because we have got a fight, and a game makes up for what was a lost fight around the dragon. If Talia does not have flash or she cannot react in time, that's a free kill going over to BLG. Those are the two carries falling.
Shout out once again our sponsor, ProDiff.gg. You can use 10%, get 10% off with LPL 10 to learn sweet moves like this on how to use a Rift Herald, set up for Octagon properly, and bring your solo queue rank up. As we see Hong look for the engage on to Shadow. A huge choke coming across here for BLG. Redemption going to be able to stave off a lot of the early damage from Bilibili.
Oh my god. Chovy was doing a hell of a lot of damage. That flash from Shadow basically saves him in this play, but now we're in a spot. On.
Flick back, no hostile takeover. Picked off again, just like the big fight won for TES, and they want more. They're hungry, feasting to chomp down on BLG, and Shadow without flash is the next one to see a stone and a wolf pack hunt him over the wall.
Minute before this dragon spawns would be soul point here for top esports. Let's get this mid-tier 1. Let's use that demolish on 369. How will BLG be able to enter into Fog of War? There are no wards on this
soul for top esports. at around 20 minutes, a huge win con for them to get, but they are losing control rapidly of the river, and 369 is trapped in the play place. Gonna get the knockup, flash himself back out of safety, slippery stones, making sure nobody can fall 369, but the roots of the tree of Maokai follow. Hostile take over all of it to get 369. Kanavi goes in looking for the trade, cooling off to the side from Jackie Love, but none of the kills are coming through. Shadow's the first one to fall. Cream has to flash back, but Bin is hunting him down with the maiden. Kanavi's gonna re-engage though. Bin's gone too far forward, and Kanavi will not let him get away with it. Fate sealed, throws on into the next waiting arms, and Kanavi gets himself the triple kill. Kanavi looking for the highlight moment to end BLG's season, but Knight says, hell no! Bow down to the might of the gold left hand, and BLG!
3-0 triple kill for Elk here. He is putting Kanavi. Can we allow for Elk and Knight to fire away at their opponents? It is so hard to play Kalista into a Talia, an unraveled Earth. Look at that picture-in-picture right now. We are going to the Baron. No flash on Jackie Love, no flash on Cream.
The Otacon below half HP. Guys, this replay isn't that worth it because the engage is coming out from BLG. Otacon aggro going to get dropped here. Hong trying to use a Glacial Fissure to buy some space. Bin has to flash over a seismic shove look from Cream. And Otacon has reset nearly to full HP. BLG still hurting from the resistances. This big bad buff drops off, but with the Rend available and that Rend smite, they feel like they have enough control to try and burn through it. Do TES want to gamble? Basically, this entire game, I'm looking for the Otacon. It's only Hong that's able to step up, makes a good cage. Kanavi can't get in. Hong steals the Otacon with the seal spellbook smite. How does he get away with that into the red smite from BLG?
We were setting up Crisp on this roster. He gets sent off into Weibo. So many questions about if Hong was going to be able to perform.
Oh no. Shadow may be caught here. Nature's Grass dropped. Weaver's wall gonna try and section people off. The cooling has to come down from Jackie Love to try and protect Hong. Hong and Shadow very low, but it's Knight over the wall. Trying to throw Sand Soldiers, but he gets thrown up. Good stasis to get away from that flick back. Can Kanavi get in? No, the heals, the shields, they're too much. And Knight is done messing around in this series. And he wants blood paid back to him in full. And Kanavi will burn down. Knight has finally arrived to this series for BLG.
There it is, and that should be what feels like the nail in the coffin for this game number 4. BLG have constantly been pressing onto top esports. They've been getting all of their summoner spells, and even with Kanavi getting as close as he can, even with miracle steals from Hong.
Oh my god. Oh, he gets knocked up though. Chomp, bailout. See ya later, Elk. Again, pushing his lead and limits too far.
Oh, Knight's also trying to do it. He's going to try and get some revenge onto his JDG. Second dragon here. 2 Ocean Drakes. Still a huge lead. Look at Elk here with triple items. Same thing with Knight. No Infinity Edge completed for Jackie Love. That feels like it's going to be the next breakpoint for top esports if they want any ability to be able to contest BLG in this game number 4. And a reminder for what this means going into Worlds. BLG, a win here automatically qualifies them either as the first or the second seed at the very least going into Worlds 2025. Top esports, even with a win tonight, would have to win the entirety of Split 3 in order to auto-qualify.
And knowing all of that and how important it is for top esports to keep their auto qualification alive, it has been utter dominance the past 2 years from BLG. They are 5-1 in best of 5 formats up against top esports. Their only lone loss, funnily enough,
for some of the players here, some of the champions on BLG, they're going to start this up. Your Rends have to be true. Shadow, you have to be able to land this.
Have to be able to hit your smite key. They're going to try and trade the Baron for maybe Bin. Here comes Weaver's Wall. Kanavi's in the pit. Does he have another steal in him? No! Shadow finally secures this Baron. Gets the Rend down, and BLG have the Baron, but they're looking for more. They want to end this game now as Elk uses the Fate's Call to throw on in, and Elk is dipping, dashing, and dodging all around TES on their backline. Cream and Kanavi can't even find the kill on the Shadow, and they can't knock down Knight. The LPL English Split 3 MVP shows up in the witching hour. Ace to BLG. Bring on game 5. Bring me Silver Scrapes.
That's what we wanted to see, and there was no other way this series could have ended. It could not have been without a 3-0, a 3-1. It had to be 5 games for a spot in the grand finals. BLG have arrived, 7-1-7 for the man in the mid lane. Let's go ahead. Let's get that game number 5.
40 champions off the board. LPL finals, world's contention, all on the line as we are tied up 2-2 in the upper bracket.
Let's get excited. Shadow,